KD is turning 36 and he is currently stuck on the miserable Phoenix Suns, one of the worst teams in the NBA right now. After 2 or 3 seasons of back-to-back losses, the Suns can never seem to find their way back to the golden era of the finals they were just in. While it seems like just a minute ago the Suns were in the finals, just a couple seconds ago the Suns picked up Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal, the Suns currently are a failure. And with Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves sweeping them 4-0, it's time to ask the question, is it the Suns' fault for bringing together one of some of the best players in the league? Or perhaps is KD washed now? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Let's begin. See, KD is not a rookie when it comes to having great teams. He used to be on the Thunder filled with Harden and Westbrook. Then he went to the Warriors, and everyone remembers how he was called a snake. Well, thank God that he left, and Steph could prove that he didn't need KD at all. But the problem is, KD being on great teams almost every time he comes close to a win has kind of changed the way people look at him. While everyone admires his scoring and definitely accepts that KD's one of the best scoring players of our generation, if not all time, we should definitely consider the fact that he was carried in many instances. See, joining the Warriors, joining a 73-9 team, he didn't add much more other than the fact of 2 rings. And yes, he won Finals MVP for each ring, but is there really no possibility that the Warriors could have won those rings without him? Of course there is, because they were already one of the greatest teams of all time. And then after KD left, where did he go next? Brooklyn. He got tired of being called Curry's underplayer, the second player on the Warriors, and decided to be the number 1 option on his own team, the Brooklyn Nets. The only problem with this is that he teamed up with Kyrie Irving, and then a year later or 2 years later teamed up with James Harden, making another immensely talented big 3. And so the question comes, why couldn't he win on that? Well, the problem is that whether it be injuries or just flat out, destruction of chemistry or just the lack of effort from every player, the main eyes will always point to Kevin Durant, who is now on his 3rd big 3 and still has yet to prove that he can win anything without anyone else. And so the question becomes, is he washed? Well, the answer to that is, I believe his scoring is not washed yet. He definitely still performs like a superstar. But has his value gone down? For sure. I don't think a team would ever try to reach for KD now. I don't think there's a need to. For the value that people would offer KD a couple seasons ago, for that same value, I think currently you could get like Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Like, KD is not valuable anymore because people have seen him as not a clutch player. And I think that his next contract will probably be his last super big contract because he needs to prove that he can do something. And while, of course, I'm being a little arrogant as a Curry fan, KD has proved his legacy. He doesn't have to do anything now, right? Well, I disagree, because while KD has proved that he's a winner, that he's a clutch player, I think on the Suns right now, there are too many eyes pointing at him and not the other players. I think too many people are just waiting for KD to once prove that he doesn't need Curry to win. And the sad truth is, he hasn't done it ever. And so, that's where I'm going to end this video off. Honestly, I don't think KD's washed. I just don't think he's as valuable and as clutch as he used to be. Call it washed, call it not. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you for watching.